welcome to day 12 of our New Zealand tour, exploring all around the North Island. And I'm sad to say, this is our last full day here. Absolutely incredible on this trip, and it has handled everything that I've thrown at it. I honestly could not have asked for a better travel board to have with me here in New Zealand. It's handled the roads, the hills, the traffic, everything has just been a pleasure to ride on this board. And of course I have to say a massive thank you to Tiny for shipping this board to New Zealand for me to ride on this just amazing 2 weeks we've spent here. So what do I have planned for day 12? Well, day 12 is a bit of a special day. We're celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary. Nice. And so I wanted to do something a little bit special. It's so warm here, they're having what we used to call a sticky tar day. What that means is the tar on the road is starting to get sticky and a little bit bubbly, and you can hear it popping under your tires. When we were kids, you couldn't wear your thongs or your jandals on sticky tar days because they would stick to the road and you'd break the plugger, you'd have a blowout. So what was the big surprise that I planned? Let me show you. Gift is traditionally tin or aluminium. Do you know how hard that is to find a romantic gift that says thank you for putting up with all of my crap and all of my baggage and all of my skateboards and all of my trips to the hospital and all of my calls saying I've fallen off, can you bandage up my knee, my arm, my forehead, all of the knocks on the door with 20 kilo boxes to drag inside. But then I had a brainwave helicopter ride, and that's what we did. This beautiful Bell helicopter, I believe it's Bell, put on by Adventure Helicopters in Tauranga. These guys were awesome to deal with. I communicated via phone and email. We had this just awesome little package sorted out, taken through all the stuff we needed to know about this particular helicopter, and then we were off. And it was an amazing experience to go through the full checklist with them. Our pilot Tanya I think, oh my god, I'm forgetting her name, how bad's that? Yes, Tanya. Our pilot Tanya was just so thorough and asked me, do I want to know what she's doing? And it was almost like a mini lesson. It was so cool. My wife Sarah and Zoe were in the back seat. I could have gone in the back, but she said it was nice if I went in the front because I would have a better view, and that way we'd all have a window view. The way this helicopter takes off and just sort of scoots across the grass was just the most unreal feeling. I fly drones a lot, and it was just a really uncanny feeling to feel this thing sort of glide across and then just take off towards these houses and up, straight up to 1,000 or 1,500 feet.
Knowing your body feels so tired to get out of bed, you put your heart on a letter to chase it away. Got sad and it's all because of you. Hey, what's gonna give you more time forever? Know what they say, only time will tell. You know what they say.
scenery, going past the mount, and the whole way, you know, you can hear everyone through the headphones, you can hear a little bit of airport chatter, you can hear a little bit of oncoming or behind us chatter from other aircrafts, and it's just a really, really cool experience. And it's about a 20-minute flight. We went up the coast, past the mount, past a couple of little islands where they have like only barge access, and then we landed in a place called Waihi, right next to the Surf Shack Cafe. And this place was awesome. They had amazing food, really good quality, and again, the girls at the Surf Shack were just amazing to deal with. And here we had another little surprise planned. We had champagne on arrival, we had a couple of beautiful bouquets of flowers, we had some handmade local chocolates, we had brunch, enjoyed a couple of glasses of champagne. When we were done, we called Tanya, the pilot. She met us on the edge of the airfield, and within 2.5–3 minutes, we were up in the air, flying back towards Tauranga, about probably 200 meters inland this time. So even though it was going back the same way, it felt like a completely different view. And again, it was just so cool. We had a nice glass bottom of our feet, and we had a couple of really cool encounters of flying over a certain bay that was full of stingrays, and we also flew quite low over a container ship that was just coming into port and using all of its thrusters and using the tugs to locate it and to get it into the right spot. Being the awesome wife she is, she told me to go for a skate. We're leaving tomorrow, so this is the last time I'll get to ride the Tiny Explorer in New Zealand, of course. And I've already said it, this board has been just critical to having fun here in New Zealand. Being able to get around traffic and just go anywhere I want to, having to find a car park, and even climbing Te Mata Peak was such a highlight of this trip for me. A highlight almost of my life, because I've spent so much time here growing up, and Te Mata Peak being from my hometown, just climbing that on an electrical device, it blows my mind. Like, when I got to the top, I wish I had spent more time on that video expressing the joy and amazement that I was feeling, but I think I was actually overwhelmed that I had made it, that I just sort of, oh, we made it, cool, and let's go. I wish I could go back and really explain how I was feeling at that time, because I was mind-blowing. Like, I was just like, I've just climbed Te Mata Peak on an electric skateboard. Yeah. That is a wrap for our New Zealand tour. I really hope you've enjoyed coming along on these little trips and tours with me on the Tiny Explorer. I've had an absolute blast filming it, and to every single one of you who's tuned in and watched and liked and commented, I honestly really do appreciate it. Now, of course, the big question I'm sure all you Kiwis are wanting to know the answer to: how do you win the Tiny Explorer? On the next video. So tomorrow will be a travel day. I'll do a little travel video, you know, montage, getting back to Australia, all that, the jazz. On that video, I will announce how you need to enter to win this board, and we'll leave the competition open, I'm thinking, for about 4 weeks. At the end of that 4-week period, I will draw one name. They will be the winner of the Tiny Explorer, and we'll sort out shipping anywhere in New Zealand. On the New Zealand tour, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you follow on the next video for instructions on how to win the Tiny Explorer. Yoo!